Hey guys, how's it going? So, I just want to give you guys like a little tidbit on this situation that I had a couple days ago that I fixed, and here's the thing about it. So I had it fixed, and it's worked great ever since. Ever since it's worked great. So anyway, let me tell you guys this story and help you guys out with this because if you guys are in this situation, definitely it'll be a really good day for you because you guys will get your situation fixed and you guys will be okay with that situation. So here's the thing. All right. A couple of days ago, I was driving around for most of the day, and I spent most of the day just driving, no issues with the truck, no issues whatsoever with the truck. And at the very end of the day, I was going to McDonald's to it was Burger King. I went to Burger King to get something to eat, and came out after 20 minutes after I parked my car. I came out and had some burgers, leftover burger or whatever with me, and some fries. And then I got in, and then I tried to start it, and did not start. Did not. I heard a crank. I heard a crank. I tried it a couple of times. Did not start at all. So I was like, okay. What's the problem? So I was like thinking to myself, all right, let me try to get this truck started. And so anyway, I tried a couple of things. I actually tried to put it in neutral, try to get that start shifted up and down, try to get it started that way. And unfortunately, wasn't able to do anything. I must have cranked it at least 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Cranked it 6, 7, 8 times, and it just didn't do anything. So unfortunately, was not able to do anything with that. And I was thinking to myself, let me just go out and check the light. The light to see whether the light is good or not. And the lights were bright. It was very shiny bright. The headlights were shiny and bright. So anyway, I got back into my car, and I got back to my truck. I was like, all right, what's the deal? What's the deal on this? Let me think about it a little bit more. And I was like, okay, probably the battery. Easiest thing is probably the battery, but the lights are pretty bright. Very bright. So I was like thinking to myself, okay, let me just try to see whether the terminals are good or not. So I actually went to the battery compartment, and saw that the terminals were a little bit dirty. So I was like, all right, let me just get this Coke. I'm gonna get this can of Coke no, it wasn't a can of Coke. It was some Coke that I got from Burger King. By the way, it's like pretty expensive. Those Coke. That medium Coke is like 2 something. But anyway, I poured the Coke onto the battery just to clean it up, and I got some paper towels, and then I cleaned up the batteries. The terminals were good. Popped the terminals back on. Now the terminals were pretty tight. They were tight, but they weren't super tight, but tight enough for me to get it off. But I popped it on, and then I got back, and then I tried to start it, and then wow, no, nothing happened. It did the same thing. It cranked, but nothing actually happened. So I was like scratching my head for a little bit. I'm like thinking to myself, scratching my head for a little bit. I was thinking to myself. I was like, okay. All right, we're not in the worst situation yet. Let me think about it. So I was like thinking to myself, look, there's no check engine light. There wasn't a check engine light for the whole entire day. There wasn't a check engine light, none at all. No check engine light whatsoever. So I was like, okay. All right, so what could cause it? So mass airflow sensor, crankshaft sensor, camshaft position sensor. What else? All those things, valve position sensors, all those things could actually definitely could cause this situation to occur. So I was like, okay. Now, did I have a check engine light? Because every one of those things are connected to the check engine light, right? There'll be a check engine light on the dash. Any of those things, was wrong. So I was like, okay. Let me see. So I could probably eliminate all those things. So I was like, okay, it could be maybe the car's computer that maybe it wasn't connecting. Maybe it wasn't wasn't connecting to the car or whatever. So I was like, okay, I got an OBD2 reader. So I don't need to pop it in. I popped it in, and and ran the scan. So I know is, if I ran the scan and then it read all the way through, I knew that the car's computer was okay. But if it didn't read all the way through, I know that the car's computer would be having issues. But it read all the way through, gave me a reading on everything. Nothing came up, no codes, nothing at all. So I was like, okay, it wasn't the codes, it wasn't that, it wasn't anything at all. So I was thinking to myself, okay, good thing. It's not the ECM, it's not the PCM, it's not the ECU, nothing with the car's computer. I was like, because everything else worked. It cranked good, everything else worked, blow motor worked, everything worked. So I was like, all right, let me get this solved. I was like, and it's a quick fix for you guys. All right, let me just make this story short for you guys, so that I can help you guys out with this. So basically, I was like, okay. Let me see. Okay, last time I know this situation. All right. I know this situation, and it could be the fuel pump, could be the fuel pump, something with the gas. So I was thinking to myself, oh hey, okay, in this situation, here's what you want to do. All right, you want to just really think about this. And normally in this situation, you could actually try to figure out whether the fuel pump has issues if you had two people in the car. If you had two people, all right, because one person would be on the driver's seat. And they would turn it to the on position, while another person would be in the back where the gas cap is. You take the gas cap and you try to listen while the other person is trying to turn it on to the on position. And yeah. So like it was only me there. So I had nobody else to do that with. So I was like, okay, let me just get back in the truck, and then I'll roll up all the windows, and then I'll turn off everything. The blow motor, the AC. I'll turn off everything, and then I'll try to see if I could hear. I'll see if I could hear the whizzing sound from the fuel pump. So anyway, I sat in the truck, and then I tried to turn it on to the on position. I turned it on to the on position, and I did it a couple of times. And guess what, guys? Guess what? No, none of that. I could not hear a thing. I couldn't hear the difference between the two. So unfortunately, I couldn't resolve whether it was the fuel pump or not. So I was like thinking to myself, let me see what else could be the problem. Could be the fuses. So I was like looking at the fuses, and I'm like, maybe the fuses had, some of the fuses blown or something like that. I was looking at the fuses, and I was like, let me see if I could see any kind of brownish tint from the fuse. Maybe I smell something burning or something like that. And like, I was sniffing it. Just trying to sniff, just trying to see whether I could sniff some kind of burnt smell, whatever. No, there was no burnt smell in there. So I was like, all right, and the fuses look all right. So I didn't have a fuse tester on me to test out the fuses. I couldn't really tell 100% whether it was fuses or not. But I just settled at that point, like I couldn't tell 100% whether it was fuses. I couldn't. So I was like, okay, forget about it. Let me just move on to something else. Let me just move on to the relays. All right, guys. So here's the thing, guys. If you guys are already up to this point, and you guys haven't had your issues resolved with any of the stuff that any of the stuff, I just want to say, if you get to this point, just go to the relay box where the relay is, and just pretty much just pretty much see if it's one of the relays that's a problem. Because what you want to do is, so I was looking at the relays, and from just eyesight alone, I couldn't tell whether it was a relay that was the problem or not. So I was like thinking to myself, all right. So I was thinking to myself, what I could do is, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get myself going. It's gonna be a quick fix. I'm gonna just. I see a couple of relays there, and a couple of them are the same. And there was one that was similar to the fuel pump, and I was like, you know what? Let me just take a guess on it, because I can't take a guess on the fuel pump relay from looking at it whether there was a So I was like, okay, let me just swap it out. I'm gonna swap it out. So what I did was I swapped out the fuel pump relay for another. I don't know what functions the other relay was connected to, but I swapped it out, and I was like crossing my fingers, hoping that that would resolve the issue. So I got back and tried to start it, And guess what, guys? Guess what? Let me make this long story short for you, and just to help you guys out with this. Hopefully, in this situation, bam! It actually worked. It actually worked. Turn it on. It cranked up. It cranked up. It's working. It's working ever since. I actually was able to drive. I was able to drive my truck to the AutoZone and swapped out the whatchamacallit, the relay. Popped it, and it's been working great ever since. And I hope this has helped you guys out. If it has, definitely please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. And if you guys want to leave a comment, definitely leave a comment in the comment section. All right, guys. Hope this has helped you guys out. Okay, guys.